Hi friends, how are you? It's been a while. Here you find me in my what I call happy space, on my chaise with my favorite blanket, my favorite crochet blanket, surrounded with a work in progress, which I will soon describe, next to my living room window overlooking my street. You can probably hear the chit chat coming from the passerbys, and you will probably hear the noise from the traffic. But hey, there's worse that can happen. In fact, let me give you a little bit of a update. When I first started the channel, everything was going great. I was really having a great time. I was building up quite a following, but then I was also trying to experiment a little bit, working with the monetization, so to speak. But then YouTube and Google, they just throw at you these, act now, do this, do that, do this to maximize the volume of the money that you can make. And then of course it was too much. I didn't expect all of that to happen, and I froze, and that's how I kind of ran away. I admit it, I ran away. But hey, I froze. That's me. I'm not somebody that is typically used to be in front of a camera, and I certainly am not someone who enjoys high pressure type of situations. Number one. And then when I started feeling a little bit better and ready to continue, I got hit by another bad news. I had to undergo urgent open heart surgery, and the surgery went well. The recovery got a few complications, but we're trying to work through them. So I'm still healing. And for a while I was feeling kind of down, but now I'm beginning to feel better. And of course, crochet is back in the forefront of my life, and you guys have been also in the forefront of my mind. I have missed the community that was just about to start with my crochet channel, and I want to revive it, but I want to revive it in a different way this time. Less monetization and more community. It will be probably simpler. There will be still tutorials, but I will try to simplify the tutorials. Remember those videos those first videos and that tutorial about the sweater that we were in the process of making? Well, I didn't give up on that. I finished it. So let me show it to you. This is the sweater. Nice, huh? Well, I wore it a few times this last winter. It is indeed nice and big, a bit oversized, nice and puffy. Look at the ginormous sleeves, and here are a few images of me parading it around last fall. When I was working on this sweater, there were still things that I needed to perfect. And I'm trying to implement those in this new project of mine. We're not going to be working on this, no. But this is my latest project where I'm going to implement the things that I kind of discovered needed to be perfected when I was working on this project. So by the time this also is done, I should probably I should have enough information to really be able to share that with you guys, and so you can make sweaters for your for the men in your life, because that's what I specialize in. So this is the yoke, that's the front part, as I have indicated with this stitch marker. And let me take these off. See how it goes. It goes like this. And notice how a little motif that I'm creating. I am using traveling cables. This is what these cables are called, traveling cables. But I'm using them not to create the typical Irish Celtic motif, even though it would go nicely considering the beautiful forest green color of this yarn. It would go nicely with it, but no, I don't want to follow that particular type of style. I want to make a more geometric type of style of these little ridges that would traveling from the top all the way down to the bottom and also down the sleeves. How will it come out? I don't know, we shall see, but I have a feeling it will come out very well in the end. But like I said, I'm not going to teach how to make this, because I'm still working through some technique and some calculations to see if I can perfect the shaping for this particular type of item, which is the sweater for men. As you know, I specialize also in a particular type of I specialize in making sweaters that are the top down in the round. That's at least how I call them. My understanding is that their technical terminology for those type of sweaters is the seamless sweater. So that. What yarn am I using? I'm using this beautiful yarn from Peru. It's pure wool. I've had it for 5 years, believe it or not. I purchased it 5 years ago, and somehow it was not behaving. I tried it in doing various things and it was not behaving. I think it's because this yarn is so beautiful and so refined that it would not want to behave unless I first learned enough about crochet to be worthy to work with Her Highness, Her Majesty, the Peruvian wool. And I gotta say, I guess she has decided that I'm good enough now, because when I started working with it a few weeks ago, she was behaving. And I'm very happy. I really like the texture of the fabric that is resulting from this wool. I was able to fine-tune the correct hook size that would give me a fabric that is both tight but also fluid. So what else? I wanted to say a few notes of thanks. There have been a handful of you who during these past month have reached to me and asking me how I was doing, and with whom I have shared what I am shared today with everybody else. I want to say thank you. Thank you for reaching out to me in my darkest moment, in my hour of need. It's beautiful what your words of support, your well wishes, your words of encouragement have done to me, and I do appreciate that from the deep of my broken heart. Broken because broken for real. I mean, I got operated. Anyway, but there's also something else. I have missed you guys. I really have. I've missed the community that we were creating. And that's why that's why tonight, while I was crocheting this sweater, I just had this impulse that I wanted to send you this update video, made in just one take, you know. So wow, something quite difficult for me to do. Like I said, I don't feel comfortable in front of the camera, but I guess my desire to be back in touch with you and let you know how I'm doing and give you a little bit of some plans, or at least idea, basically give you the initial signals that my channel is not dead, that there will be more at some point, not super soon, but soon. And I know that if you have the notification turned on, YouTube will notify to you when I begin again for real. But at least I have this moment, this update, and with this, I want to wish you all a great evening, and I will see you again soon. Ciao, ciao.